to build these crucial data centers that we need to provide the goods and services, logistics, and technology that people are using every single day. And by the way, your costs of living, affordability, as the Democrats like to say, is going to get better the more that AI is integrated into our economy and making things more efficient.
I support what the president announced today. It's good to get the hyperscalers and the big companies to make these commitments and to help build more energy, which is what we need. You're talking about millions and millions of dollars going to local communities that are asking for these data centers. Are they controversial? Sure they are. Is all new technology always controversial? Of course it is. Should it be done the right way? Sure. But what is true is AI in the past 2 years has already made huge jumps in ability to help us predict new drugs, in developing new environmental technologies. So this week, Google announced new chips that will have data centers that don't need any water. That's just in 2 years. People can be against everything. There's a growing NIMBY movement in the US, but one of the things we have to do is win the AI war. So instead of just sitting in a yurt and saying we're never going to do anything, let's all get together bipartisanly and come together and say, how do we do this the right way?
Jim has surprised and delighted me on that one. What I was going to say was the only thing that Ben said was true was that people don't like data centers. The polling for it is not good. December 2025, ECP found that 42% of people oppose data centers. Today, that number is 63%. And the unsure gap, the very crucial unsure population, has shrunk from being 25% to 10%. So most people have sided against this. I live in Data Center Alley in Prince William County, Northern Virginia. My home is surrounded by data centers. When I moved here, I was not surrounded by data centers. And when I talk to my neighbors, the main frustration is visual. People moved here and they lived in farm country, and now they see these giant, block castles across the street from them, and they don't like the way that it looks. The cost factor is minute, and it is sort of coming after the fact. The energy bill situation is not nearly as bad as people make it out to be. And these pledges that are being signed both by governors and energy companies to build out their own energy infrastructure is a wonderful idea. And it is exactly what needs to happen so that trust is being built between the communities and these companies that are coming in to build these crucial data centers that we need to provide the goods and services, logistics, and technology that people are using every single day. And by the way, your costs of living, affordability, as the Democrats like to say, is going to get better the more that AI is integrated into our economy and making things more efficient. So we have to do this. It's just a matter of politicians
very briefly, because we're just almost out of time, but the pushback against data centers is not just how they look, it's their stress on the environment, how much water they use as well.
That's from activists. Activists are saying that, and then that seeps out into communities. But I live here, and I will tell you that it is primarily a visual blight, and then everything else comes second from activists and Chinese propagandists online.